Have you ever stopped to think that something as simple as your underwear could be silently affecting your health? If you're a woman over 60, some of the habits you've followed for decades might now be increasing your risk of irritation, infection, and long-term discomfort, without you even realizing it. In today's video, I'm revealing 7 surprising underwear mistakes that doctors say older women need to stop making immediately. And trust me, number 6 is something almost every woman does every day, yet few realize the health risks hiding beneath it. So don't go anywhere. These insights could save you from ongoing discomfort and help you protect one of the most sensitive areas of your body as you age. Before we dive in, if you find value in practical, honest health tips for women over 60, I'd love your support. Hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the bell so you never miss a new video. And if you're already watching with curiosity, drop a 1 in the comments below to let me know you're here. Now, let's get started. Number 1. Let's begin with something most women don't talk about enough: your underwear. More specifically, the kind you wear every single day. If you're over 60, this one habit could be quietly undermining your comfort and even your health. For decades, we've been sold on the idea that sexy means synthetic. Lacy thongs, seamless shapewear, moisture-wicking materials, all marketed as modern, flattering, and necessary. But here's what most brands won't tell you. After menopause, your body changes in ways that make those fabrics far more harmful than helpful. You see, synthetic materials like nylon, polyester, and spandex might feel silky smooth, but they're not your skin's friend. These fabrics trap heat and lock in moisture, exactly the kind of environment bacteria and yeast love. And when estrogen levels drop with age, your skin becomes thinner and more delicate, especially in the intimate areas. The natural barrier you once had, it's weakened. That means even minor irritation from synthetic underwear can quickly turn into rashes, infections, or chronic discomfort. I learned this the hard way. I once bought a stack of those sleek nylon briefs that claimed to be seamless and breathable. They looked great under clothes, sure, but within a few weeks, I started noticing a burning sensation that wouldn't go away. I assumed it was just part of getting older. I blamed laundry soap, stress, even hydration. But then my doctor asked a simple question: what kind of underwear are you wearing? That was the turning point. Since switching to 100% cotton underwear, my skin has calmed down, my discomfort has disappeared, and I've realized that comfort isn't the opposite of confidence. It is confidence. Cotton lets your body breathe. It absorbs moisture naturally. It doesn't trap heat or cling where it shouldn't. And while it might not be the first thing you think of as stylish, there's something powerful about choosing what makes you feel good, not just look good. Now I still keep a few lacy pairs tucked away for special occasions, but they're no longer part of my daily rotation. For everyday wear, I stick with soft, well-fitted cotton underwear that doesn't squeeze, ride up, or irritate. If you're ready to make the switch, look for organic cotton or brands that prioritize natural fibers and gentle design. Because at this stage in life, health and comfort are the new sexy. And trust me, your skin will thank you. Number 2, it's time to talk about something many of us are guilty of: hanging on to old underwear for way too long. We all have that one pair, the Saturday pair, the one that fits just right, feels like a second skin, and brings back memories of simpler times. For me, it was a faded pair of lavender briefs I'd had for over a decade. They were soft, familiar, and honestly, I couldn't imagine tossing them out. But here's the reality I had to face. Even the most beloved underwear has a shelf life, and holding on too long can put your health at risk. With every wash and wear, the fibers in your underwear start to break down. The elastic loosens, the fabric thins, and tiny holes you can't even see begin to form. Over time, these worn spots can trap bacteria, yeast, and other microbes. No matter how hot your wash cycle is or how strong your detergent claims to be. And if you're over 60, that's an even bigger concern. As we age, our skin becomes more sensitive and prone to irritation. Add an occasional discharge, light incontinence, or recurring urinary tract infections, and suddenly your favorite pair is less of a comfort item and more of a breeding ground for problems. Doctors now recommend updating your underwear drawer every 6 to 12 months. And I'll be honest, when I first heard that, I thought, really, isn't that a bit much? But then I asked myself, would I use the same toothbrush for a year? Of course not, because we know hygiene matters, and our underwear is in constant contact with one of the most sensitive parts of our body. So why treat it any differently? Now I refresh mine gradually. Every few months I toss the ones that are stretched out, faded, or have even the slightest wear and tear. It doesn't have to break the bank, just a few pairs at a time. And it's not about perfection, it's about protection. And here's something unexpected: it feels good. Like really good. Each time I toss an old pair and replace it with something fresh, I feel like I'm doing something kind for myself. It's a quiet act of self-respect. A reminder that I deserve care, even in the smallest details. So take a moment to look through your drawer. If you see saggy elastic, thinning fabric, or anything that's more memory than functional garment, it's time to let it go. You deserve underwear that supports your health and your comfort, not just your nostalgia. Number 3, let's talk about tight underwear and a little truth we all need to hear. Your body isn't 25 anymore, and that's not a problem. That's life. That's wisdom. That's experience. But here's where many of us fall into a trap. We try to squeeze our present bodies into the expectations of our past. We hold on to the belief that tighter underwear means better support, a cleaner line under clothes, or a slimmer silhouette. I know because I did it too. I used to buy the same small size, thinking if I just pulled a little harder, it would fit like it always had. But my body had changed and I was ignoring it. And that came with a price: chafing, red marks, discomfort, even numbness in my thigh. At first, I brushed it off, but the tingling didn't go away. That's when I learned about a condition called meralgia paresthetica, where overly tight clothing compresses a nerve in your thigh. It causes burning, pain, and pins and needle sensations, all because of an elastic waistband I refuse to let go of. As we age, our skin gets thinner, our circulation changes, and our muscle tone shifts. That doesn't mean we've failed. It just means it's time to dress the body we have with the love and attention it deserves. Your underwear should support you, not strangle you. So what should you look for? Start with high-rise designs. Choose soft, wide waistbands that sit gently on your skin without digging in. Stretch cotton blends are ideal. They mold to your shape without squeezing it. And here's a quick test. If you can't easily slip a finger under the waistband or leg opening, it's too tight. Now, this doesn't mean you have to give up on style. Number 4, let's talk about something that might surprise you: sleeping without underwear. I know, it caught me off guard too. For most of my adult life, putting on a fresh pair of underwear before bed felt like the final step in my nighttime routine. It seemed clean, normal, even comforting. But after a conversation with my gynecologist, I learned that wearing underwear to sleep every single night, especially after 60, might not be doing our bodies any favors. Here's why. Your vaginal area needs to breathe. And nighttime, when you're still for hours, is the perfect opportunity for that. But even the most breathable fabrics can trap heat and moisture when they're snug against your skin. That warm, slightly damp environment becomes the ideal breeding ground for bacteria, yeast, and irritation, especially if you experience light discharge, incontinence, or already have sensitive skin. As estrogen levels decline with age, our intimate skin becomes thinner and more fragile, and the body's natural defenses, like healthy vaginal bacteria and balanced pH, begin to shift. That means we're more vulnerable to infections and discomfort, even from something as routine as our bedtime undies. When my doctor first suggested skipping underwear at night, I was skeptical. It felt strange, even exposed. But I gave it a try. I swapped my usual pajamas and underwear combo for loose-fitting cotton pajama pants. After just a few nights, the difference was noticeable. Less irritation. No more subtle itching or that tight waistband feeling I hadn't even realized was bothering me. You don't have to go fully bare if that doesn't feel right. A soft cotton nightgown or relaxed pajama bottoms can offer coverage while still allowing airflow. The key is ventilation, giving your skin a chance to rest, recover, and stay dry. Think of it as a small act of nighttime self-care. Letting your body breathe is just as important as washing your face or brushing your teeth. And over time, that choice can help prevent rashes, reduce odor, and even lower your risk of infections like UTIs or yeast overgrowth. So give it a try for a few nights. You might be surprised at how much better you sleep and how much better your body feels. Because aging well isn't just about the big changes. Sometimes it's about the little ones that no one sees but your body thanks you for. Number 5, let's talk about something hiding in plain sight, your laundry detergent. For years, I fell for the same marketing as everyone else. Bottles promising scents like lavender fields, fresh rain, or tropical breeze lined my shelves. I believed those floral fragrances meant my clothes, especially my underwear, were getting the best care possible. Clean, fresh, comforting, or so I thought. But here's the truth I wish I'd learned sooner. Many of those luxurious scents come from chemicals that can wreak havoc on your most sensitive skin. For months, I dealt with constant itching, irritation, and redness down there. I tried everything, new underwear brands, switching from synthetic to cotton, even panty liners to stay dry. But nothing helped. It wasn't until a routine doctor visit that I found the culprit. My gynecologist asked just one question. What detergent are you using? I paused. I had never considered that the very product I thought was keeping me clean was actually making me miserable. You see, most mainstream laundry detergents, especially the scented ones, are loaded with chemicals, artificial fragrances, dyes, optical brighteners, and preservatives. These ingredients don't just rinse away. They cling to the fabric fibers, especially in underwear, and stay there, rubbing against your most delicate skin all day. And if you're over 60, that skin is already thinner and more vulnerable due to hormonal changes post-menopause. And it gets worse. If you're using fabric softeners, you're adding a waxy coating that traps bacteria and seals moisture in, turning your underwear into the perfect breeding ground for yeast, odor, and infections. So, what can you do? The answer is refreshingly simple. Switch to a fragrance-free, hypoallergenic detergent specifically made for sensitive skin. No perfumes, no dyes, no chemical fluff. And once I made that change, I added one more step. An extra rinse cycle just for my underwear to wash away any lingering residue. The difference? Immediate and lasting. No more discomfort, no more redness. My skin felt clean, calm, and finally at peace. Now I get it. Giving up those beautifully scented detergents feels like a loss at first. But the truth is, clean doesn't have a smell. That mountain breeze fragrance, it's just a chemical disguise. And your body, especially as it ages, deserves more respect than that. So next time you reach for that bottle of purple detergent, ask yourself, is this helping me or silently harming me? Choose gentle, choose clean, choose you. Number 6. Let's talk about panty liners, those tiny pads we've relied on for decades to feel clean, protected, and put together. For years, slipping one on each morning was part of my daily routine, like brushing my teeth. It felt hygienic, like I was doing something smart to stay fresh throughout the day. But here's the surprising truth. Wearing panty liners every single day, especially as we get older, can quietly cause more harm than good. Even the thinnest, most discreet liners are typically made with plastic backings, adhesives, and synthetic materials. That means they don't breathe. They trap heat and moisture directly against your most delicate skin. And when you're over 60, that skin is already thinner, more sensitive, and less protected due to the natural drop in estrogen after menopause. What does that mean for you? It means a warm, damp environment that becomes a breeding ground for irritation, itching, yeast infections, and chronic discomfort. And unless you're changing your liner every few hours, and let's be honest, most of us aren't, it only gets worse as the day goes on. Ironically, the very problems we use panty liners to prevent, like odor or irritation, are often made worse by wearing them too often. Now, to be clear, panty liners aren't the enemy. They absolutely have their place, like during light spotting, occasional leaks, or those days when discharge is heavier than usual. But the problem is using them just in case every day. That safety blanket habit. It could be what's keeping your skin from truly staying balanced and healthy. So what's the solution? If you really need a liner, choose one made with breathable, unscented cotton. Make sure it's free from dyes and fragrances, and change it every 4 to 6 hours to reduce moisture buildup. But better yet, on days you don't really need one, skip it entirely. Give your skin space to breathe. I was nervous the first time I stopped wearing them daily. I thought I'd feel less clean, less confident, but something unexpected happened. My skin felt cooler, less irritated, and I realized that true freshness doesn't come from layering on more products. It comes from trusting your body's natural ability to regulate itself when you let it breathe. So if you're still reaching for a panty liner every morning out of habit, ask yourself, do I really need this today? Start by cutting back gradually. Give your body a chance to reset. You might be surprised at how much better you feel and how much more in control you are without relying on that daily liner. Because real comfort, especially after 60, doesn't come from covering up. It comes from tuning in and giving your body the freedom it deserves. Number 7. Let's open the door to a conversation many women avoid, even with close friends. Incontinence. Whether it's a tiny leak during a laugh, a surprise during a sneeze, or a little drip when you're rushing to the bathroom, it's far more common than most of us realize, especially after 60. And let me be clear, this isn't a sign of weakness or failure. It's not shameful, it's just biology. After childbirth, menopause, or simply with age, our pelvic floor muscles can lose strength. That doesn't mean we're doomed to discomfort or embarrassment. What does matter, though, is how we handle it, and for many women, it starts with the wrong kind of underwear. For years, I tried managing my occasional leaks by stacking panty liners or opting for thicker briefs. I thought I was being resourceful, discreet, even. But what I was really doing was layering temporary fixes on top of a problem that needed a smarter solution. Here's what I didn't know then, but I do now. Regular underwear, especially if it's loose, synthetic, or too tight, can make things worse. Loose-fitting underwear doesn't absorb moisture well, so you end up feeling damp and uncomfortable. Tight underwear, especially with synthetic materials, traps that moisture, leading to rashes, irritation, and even odor. And forget polyester or lace when it comes to leaks. They're pretty, yes, but when it comes to moisture, practically useless. They just let it sit there. No absorption, no wicking, just discomfort and stress. So what changed things for me? I discovered modern incontinence underwear. And no, I'm not talking about those bulky, diaper-like products of the past. Today's incontinence briefs are discreet, soft, and sleek, often indistinguishable from regular underwear. They come in stylish designs, some with lace trims or fun colors, and best of all, they work. These new designs use moisture-wicking layers, odor control technology, and built-in absorbent cores to keep your skin dry and comfortable. They're especially helpful for mild, occasional leaks, which are the most common for women in our age group. If you're leaking more than once a week, most doctors recommend making the switch from panty liners to specialized underwear, not just for comfort, but for your long-term skin health. Look for breathable, hypoallergenic fabrics like cotton or bamboo blends. You want a fit that's snug enough to stay in place, but never tight or restrictive. And if you're unsure about making the full switch, just try them on your most active days during walks, grocery runs, or outings. You'll be amazed by how much more relaxed and secure you feel. Making this change wasn't about giving up my independence. It was about reclaiming it. I no longer stress about sudden leaks or carry extra liners in my purse just in case. I wear what I want, I move how I want, and I live without that constant, quiet worry. So here we are, 7 powerful changes you can make with something as simple as your underwear to protect your health, your dignity, and your peace of mind. From choosing breathable cotton to letting go of worn-out pairs to rethinking how we manage leaks, each choice is a step toward comfort and confidence. Now I want to hear from you. What's one change from this video that you're ready to try? Drop it in the comments below, because your story might inspire someone else to make a change too. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like, share it with another strong woman in your life, and subscribe for more tips on aging smart, boldly, and beautifully. Until next time, stay smart, stay beautiful, and above all, stay healthy.